Welcome back, boys. In this video, we're going to be hitting the Black Friday race at US 60 Dragway in Hardinsburg, Kentucky. Now, we got a few things to work on and get ready for. Today's currently Wednesday. We got to be up there on Friday, so got a couple days. Thanksgiving's tomorrow, but we're going to get it right. So we currently got the car on the lift. The wheels are off because we just swapped over to some nice Mickey Thompsons. These are brand new. I got to move these nitrous bottles over. First thing I'm going to do is put those on and see how they look. Now, I'll show you guys after that, but we're going to be changing the oil pan gasket and the oil pump on this deal, sealing it back up, and then running the valves. I'll show you guys that when I get there, but the oil pump gear is actually eating itself, and it's putting stuff in the oil that I don't like to see. We got a new pump ready that actually has the right depth on the pickup, because sometimes when I let off on this thing or take a turn, my oil pressure will drop because the pickup isn't deep enough in the pan. With that being said, let's pick it up. All right, we got it picked up. For those of y'all that might be new, we did all this back here. Did the Moser Fab 9 rear end, put that in. I made all the shock mounts, put the radiator back here, put the fuel pump back here, and the tank. A lot of work went into this. It's all in my TikTok, but I just want to look over this before putting the new slicks on and just make sure everything is good, no cracked welds, and just trying to be safe. But yeah, just looking under here, show you guys where I'm at. I'm on the driver's side of the car. You can just see all the work that went into this. Did battery cables, bunch of wiring, drive shaft sensor right there. Got our water lines right here and fuel lines. Everything's up there. I wired this car myself. See those little grounding posts I made right there? I love those things. Batteries are right above. There's one here, one on the other side. But yeah, everything's looking good. I'm not seeing no crack welds or nothing. So I think it's gonna be time to put on these Mickey Thompsons. And with everything being back there, this car has a 53% rear weight bias with me in it, with cast iron heads. And that's just how it is. I mean, put that radiator back there, put your gas tank back there, all your pumps. I mean, it's killer. All right. I think it looked pretty good. It's time to get the lugs on. So the first thing that goes on is these little spacers right here, because our studs have a shank on them and we need to space them out so that the lug doesn't bottom out on the shank. So we got 5 of these. Now we gotta put our lugs on. I like to run these on by hand, so I know they ain't gonna get cross-threaded. And then I'll get the impact out and slam them. And after that, even with the impact, some people might just leave them, but I like to get the torque wrench out just to be sure. Because you never want a wheel to come off. Now, off camera there, I just put this stuff on my lug nuts, the long-term corrosion inhibitor. I really didn't like the surface rust I was starting to see on these things after I put them on. So you just wipe these things down with that. It takes care of them. The rust honestly just goes away. And I've used it on many things. This thing works great, and it honestly just stops the rust. If you got something rusting, put it on. Try to run these on squarely so I can draw the wheel in. Alright, so now that they're all ran down, I'm gonna go that was 5, I'm gonna check them now. right, so this impact right here is pretty tough, so I'm not even doing too much with it. I'll let the torque wrench do the final torque. All right, get the second one on. Cake. These things are a little dirty. Just want to make them look better before I put them on. All right, now that we got them on for the first time, we're gonna set the car down and see how it looks. All right, we got it set down. Now we're gonna do a little air pressure test on these tubeless Mickey Thompsons. Because technically you're not supposed to run Mickeys without tubes, but we are. And I've heard a lot of other people do it. But apparently they leak through the sidewall because it's kind of thin or whatever. But these are stiff sidewall tires. I think we're going to be fine. And we're going to have an air compressor ready to check it every pass, even if they are leaking. All right, I'm here doing the test. A week and a half ago, we set these at 16 pounds. And right now, they're at 13.6. So they are leaking, but not too bad. All right, and the other side read 14.4. So they're leaking, one's leaking a little faster than the other, but we'll be all right. Now, next thing I'm gonna do is get the torque wrench out, get these torqued, and then we'll get to the fun stuff with the oil pan. All right, it's time to do the oil pan and oil pump. All right, we got the car lifted up, and as you can see, a lot of oil coming out of this pan. I think the gasket's just toast. And it's kind of good because the oil pump needs replaced as well. So we're gonna knock this out. We have a removable steering rack bolted together. My brother did this. So you can just unbolt it. Takes out the whole steering rack, takes out this cross member that is blocking the pan from being able to drop out. But yeah, just gonna have to knock it out. All right, got the steering rack out. This is what it looks like. It's flanged. Right there, my brother did that. Bolts to a cross member, so we don't really gotta do anything. It's able to just come out, and now we can access the pan. So I'll show you guys. Here's those flanges right here. Boom, boom, and now we have free range to the pan, and it can come out. So I'm gonna work on getting these bolts out. It's gonna take me a while. All right, we got the new pump right here, and Pop's gonna tell you a little bit about all these oil pumps.
Well, this came in a Moroso box.
Yeah, Moroso box.
And it's an M77 HV for high volume. Usually when you get any of these big block high volume pumps, it's going to be the same casting, M77 HV. And that's Melling, I believe.
Yeah, all same company. All right, so we got the pan off and the old oil pump next to the new one here. Now, when I took the old one out, I thought we had an issue because that is a hex drive and a hex drive shaft, and the new one is a slot, and they're the same part number, but they're different. This drive shaft is actually from an engine that we just tore down over there that is 20 years old, and it's got the same exact part number oil pump on it, that M77 HV, so I am pretty convinced that they're all made by Melling, and I can use this shaft here. Same distance from the bottom up on both of them. So I got saved here. I thought I was about to have to put the old one back on because I didn't have a drive shaft. All right, I'm over here by that engine. This is the one that is all tore down. It's like 20 years old. Let's see. M77 HV. They're all the same. So, same company, same high volume pump. Worked out for me today. All right, so this is the oil pan gasket that we had. The thing is coming apart, and I think that's why we're leaking so much. We reused it a lot, but I think we were leaking out the front a lot. This thing's coming apart. It's all wrinkly. So we got a new one, and this is going in the trash. All right, that new oil pump's in. Got the new gasket hanging up in there. So now it's time to put the oil pan on. All right, we got the oil pan back on in the diaper. We got the steering rack back in it. Everything's hooked up. All zip ties are done for the water and the fuel and the wires. So we're gonna come back in here tomorrow in the morning, put oil in it, start it, and run the valve. All right, we're out here next morning, Thanksgiving morning. Fixing to put oil in it right now, and then later on, we're gonna fire it up and then run the valves. All right, we just got the valve covers on, all the oil's in it. Now we're gonna spin it over a few times without the ignition on or spark plugs to get that oil pump primed up. All right. All right, we did all the little things. We are now ready to put it on the trailer and head out bright and early tomorrow morning. All right, we're fixing to head out to Hardinsburg, Kentucky. There is $5,000 guaranteed at this race, and I'm coming for it. All right, we're out here at US 60, first time being here. Place looks pretty nice. We just walked the track and did our buy-in, and they're doing testing from 10 to 2, which really the starting line's getting good. I would almost say they're screwing the event up by letting these people test, because it's starting to just be like a prep, test, and tune on the starting line right now. So we're probably going to put a 350 shot in it and not pull too much timing and try to go 30. All right, we just took out the 400 shot. We'll see what happens. 350 is in right now. We got to wait till 2 for the driver's meeting, and then we'll see who we get. All right, we had the driver's meeting. We are 10th pair out of 24 cars, and we're running for 10 grand. Now, there's some heavy hitters here like Phil Hines, but the track may not be good enough for his car to get down, so we'll see. But I got a pretty hot tune-up in it first round. We'll see what happens. We're racing one of the Team Meatball guys who's got a brand new engine, and he's never had a pass on it. So kind of things are in our favor right now, but I'm going with what I think is going to go down, and we're just going to find out. We'll see you in the first round. Well, with that new shift point, it shifted, and right after the dip, just picked up a ton of wheel speed and got crazy on me, and we lost. All right, so we actually are not done. We had a small tire second chance race. We just had the first round of that, and I'll show you guys that video right now. Now, holy smokes, the car did a 121 60 foot. That is a personal best. That just shows what these stiff sidewall Mickey Thompsons are compared to the Hoosier CO7. I literally picked up, like that beat my best 60 foot, which was a 125 by a long shot. I mean, these Mickey Thompsons are serious. So I gotta watch the video and just kind of see if I want to turn it up off the line, because the big end, it kind of wanted to get loose on me, but I stayed in it and it was good. So it's really that shift. On the shift point, it just gets unhappy. So I'm gonna have to go to the data, look what's happening, but we're in the final, so we'll figure it out. All right, we just took the bottle out of the car to weigh it. It's still got plenty in it. It only used about 5 pounds, and we're in the finals. So we only got one more pass to make. One dude red lit, one dude broke, So that puts us right in the finals out of 6 cars. We're racing for 600 bucks. So hopefully we can get the win and get the money and come out of here with something. All right, guys, we killed it. We got the 600 bucks for the win. Got a cool picture, and I don't like taking a win like that. Whatever, you can say it every time. I don't like taking a win like that, but he bumped through. That's his fault, and I did what I had to do. And we won a 120, 160 foot again, which is freaking awesome. And I mean, dude, this car is flying. If this thing had aluminum heads on it, it would be dangerous. So we're figuring it out. That's 2 races we won this year, and that's the end of the season. I couldn't be more happy. I mean, we got 600 bucks tonight. We're walking out with more than we came in with. So, but we're fixing to go up to the winner circle and get a nice picture. They asked us to do that. We're gonna let them run small tire, and then we'll be up there. But really happy with how this night went. But I mean, I was kind of mad after first round that we drove 3 hours and I thought we were done. I was so glad they did second chance, and it really worked out for us. But just really happy with how the night went, and really appreciate you guys watching. Stay tuned. I'm starting to take YouTube more seriously, so just keep subbing, keep liking, and I'm gonna take this to the next level. This car will be one of the top contenders next year.